friends, and welcome to my April TBR. I had a really great reading month in March, and for April I just hope to have an even better reading month. I plan to read at least 10 books. I haven't counted, but there's a lot. So I think the best thing to do is to just jump right into the video. Start with hard copies first and then ebooks. The first book I plan on reading is Circe by Madeline Miller. This has been so hyped up. Probably the first thing I'll be picking up in April. So this is basically the untold story of Circe, a sorceress slash witch in Greek mythology, or I guess the Greek Odyssey really, who is sent to an island, and many of the characters from Homer's Odyssey come and visit her on the island. So that's basically what this book is about. It's her perspective and I guess her time to shine. And speaking of shiny, look at how gorgeous this cover is. This is such a beautiful cover. I love like Greek kind of art, and this is just so Greek. I love it. I absolutely love it. And hopefully I'll love the book. I'm not too big on reading about like witches and fantasy and witchcraft and all that kind of stuff, so it's not my kind of tea, but I love Greek mythology, so hopefully I'll like it. I'm quite excited for this one. The next book I will be reading is I'll Be Gone in the Dark, One Woman's Obsessive Search for the Golden State Killer by McNamara. This is a true crime novel that's also been quite hyped up in 2018, and this is about Michelle McNamara and her search for the real Golden State Killer. She tries to kind of figure out who actually was the Golden State Killer, what his true identity could actually be. Even recently, I think it was like around in the fall of 2018, through DNA, they were actually able to find out who the real Golden State Killer is. Yeah, I'm kind of excited to see if any of her hunches were correct, and just excited for this book in general, because I really do like true crime books, and non-fiction books are like some of my favorite. So I'm very excited for this. Next, we have a pretty hyped up YA. This is One of Us is Lying by Karen and McMannis. This came out, I believe, in 2017. My sister bought this and read it and really loved it. Basically what this book is about is 5 high school kids walk into a detention. Only 4 of them walk out because one of them dies in detention. Investigators ruled it as not being an accident. So there were plenty of secrets and lies and murder and high school drama. So yeah, I've been wanting to read this for quite a while. I've heard so many people talking about it. They really either love it or hate it. There's a bit of, I don't know if I could say like drama, but like some people aren't too happy with the representation in this book, I believe. I think it's one of a character that's gay, I believe. But I'm super excited to read this. I've been wanting to read it for a while. I haven't read too many YA murder mystery kind of, so I'm excited for this one. So I'm going to move on to kind of the challenge that I've set for myself in April. I want to do a video where I challenge myself to read 4 books in 1 week. So I've chosen some books that are pretty short, just so I can make it easier on myself. The first one I've chosen is The Water Cure by Sophie Mackintosh. You would have seen me talking about this in my recent haul video that I did. So basically, 3 sisters live on an isolated island, and they are raised to fear men. This is a dystopian feminist fiction, and it's kind of set in a world where environmentally the world has gone to crap pretty much. So yeah, I'm excited to read this. It's pretty short. I think this is just at 266 pages, and the font is like relatively big, so I should be able to hopefully fly through this one. And yeah, I'm really excited about this. This is being compared to The Handmaid's Tale. I'm excited for this one. Hopefully I'll like it because, oh my god, this cover is so gorgeous. Look at how beautiful it is. The next small book I plan on reading is A Wrinkle in Time by Madeline. I've seen the movie to this on Netflix, so I already kind of know what happens, but I mean, I've never read the book. It's been pretty popular in the past year. This is just under 232 pages, and the font is pretty big. Like, it's a pretty big font, so I should be able to go through this one pretty quickly as well. Maybe even in a day. We shall see. So yeah, I'm excited to read this because I want to know what this book's about. My mother has even read this book when she was in school. My sister also read this book. I haven't read it yet, so hopefully it's good. The next book I want to read is a thriller. This is Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney. Again, you probably would have seen this in my recent haul video. This is about a woman who is in a coma. She can hear everything that's going on around her, and she knows that her husband doesn't love her anymore, and there's something going on with her husband and her sister, but she doesn't know what yet. Like the title says, sometimes she lies. So yeah, this book is also very short. Like, it's so thin for a hardback. I don't think I've ever seen a hardback that small. The font is pretty small. It's not huge. This is, even with acknowledgements, this is 262 pages, so this is also something that I should be able to get through relatively quickly. And the last hardback I have to talk about is Agatha Christie, Murder on the Orient Express. I own the movie to this. I've seen it. It's a pretty good movie, and I really enjoyed the movie. So yeah, this is just under 265 pages, so again, it's a pretty short read. Basically, a victim is found dead on a train, and there's 13 suspects, and Hercule Poirot has to figure out who is the killer. So yeah, I mean, I already know how this ends because I've seen the movie like a few times. We are going to move on to the ebooks now, and there's quite a few in this category as well. So the first one I want to read is actually the start of a series. This is Perfect Remains by Helen. Basically, a missing person case turns into a murder investigation, and it's not long before another woman is abducted, and a detective finds himself in a race against time to find out who is committing these atrocious crimes. I bought this book a few months ago for like $1.99. It's one of those cheap books that I bought off of the bookstore, and yeah, I'm excited to read this. This whole series seems so good. I'm really excited to start this. So the next book I want to read is The Winter People by Jennifer McMahon. This is an eerie mystery that takes place in a very snowy, cold kind of town where throughout the town's history and kind of legends, people have mysteriously been disappearing for a long time, and it's just like a part of like a local legend and whatnot. So it's, want to know, this is kind of a horror gothic kind of novel, and it's a tiny bit of a ghost mystery, which I'm not too big into paranormal ghost novels, but this one sounded really intriguing, so hopefully I like it. I don't know if I am. I'm just testing out the genre. There's a lot of good reviews on it, so you know. The next book I'm going to read is Perfect Prey by Helen. This is the second book in the series. So the killer in this book graffitis his victim's description on places around town, and he kills them, leaving the detectives kind of scrambling to find out who's committing all these murders. And then we have the next ebook, Once We Were Brothers by Ronald H. Balson. Two boys once close as brothers find themselves fighting opposite sides of the war during World War II. A respected civil leader is then accused of being a former Nazi SS officer. His accuser, Otto, enlists the help of Catherine Lockhart and Liam Taggart to bring the former Nazi to justice. This is actually also a part of a series. This is actually the first book in a series. I read, I think it was the second or third book in this series, and I really loved it. That was Carolina's Twins by Ronald H. Balson. Such a good book. So when I saw that this was on sale, I was super excited and picked it up. I'm really excited to read this one because I loved the last book so much. I don't know how much more I could love this stuff. So the last book that I want to read in April is actually a classic. This is Picnic at Hanging Rock by Joan Lindsey. So everyone at Applegate College basically goes on a picnic to a place called Hanging Rock, and 3 schoolgirls decide to go and hike in the bush and climb Hanging Rock, and they mysteriously vanish. I actually saw the mini-series to this and it was so good, so I'm hoping that the book is good, if not better. Those are all the books that I plan on reading in April. It's a pretty hefty list, but I really hope that I can read them all. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more. Please go ahead and check me out on Instagram, Goodreads, and Twitter. All my links will be in the description below, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!